sexy for this girl, too sexy for your drug, too sexy for this world, too sexy for this ice.
Alright, welcome back. Today, we will be reacting to Silk Sonic, their new album. We haven't listened to it yet. We're gonna come in hot, listen to it, give it a review, see what happens. But first, I'll be right back, because this is not the right attire for a Silk Sonic album. We're now ready to attack this Silk Sonic album. Now that we're all set. If I like a song, I will be giving it the Shoot Straight trophy. Amazing. Alright. If I think a song is just okay, I will be giving it the broken pair of sunglasses. They're still looking cool, they're still looking fresh, but at the end of the day, they are broken. Don't quite work. So, that's a mid. That's a mid. We don't know. It's up in the air. If I don't like a song, I will be giving it the ultimate thumbs down. The Fisk Guide to Colleges. This is really the end of the line. I mean, if you get this far, it's over, really. I mean, this is probably the most boring book of all time. I mean, look at the pure width of this. You can't get through this. That's going to be our rating system today. Alright, we're going to hop in with the first track. We're going to start things off with a 1 minute long track, the Silk Sonic intro.
1, 2, 3, 4. Who y'all came to see tonight? Who gon' get the ladies feeling something? Ooh!
Last fire. Out the gate, I'm loving it.
For a band that I made. Silk.
Wow, that was smooth. That was crazy smooth. And it transitions into that next track quite nicely. Alright, so what do I have to say about that intro?
I really think if I ever, I'm in my mid-20s, I'm in a bar, and I see someone across, make eye contact, and there's this synergy. So I walk over, and while I'm walking over, what song plays in my head? I think it's the Silk Sonic intro. That's how I'm feeling about that track.
I walk up, and I give him the hat tip. It's the perfect thing. I will give that track, even though it was just an intro, the Shoot Straight trophy. I thought it was a very solid intro. Really set the vibe of the album. Definitely very happy with that. Alright, we're going to jump right into it, not lose this momentum. Song we've already heard, but we're going to give another listen. Leave the Door Open. I've only listened to this one a couple times, but it's a phenomenal track. This album is just making me feel myself. Another level. Yeah. It's just a banger. So good. Definitely, I'm glad that this was one of the singles. I feel like as a single, this just works so well. Perfect as a single. Just, it really introduces what their sound is going to be like. I'm excited to see what the rest of the album's going to be like. This bridge is phenomenal. So good. If the rest of the album lives up to this bar, it's a high bar. Alright, I'm going to give that track the Shoot Straight trophy. I thought it's a phenomenal way to start off the album. I've already heard it, of course, but really just a great way to start the album, and nothing but claps, nothing but applause. I thought it was beautiful. Yeah, definitely very happy with it, but I've already heard it, so I don't have too much else to say about it. What I am excited about is for us to jump back into our first track, new full track off this album. It's called Fly As Me. Let's listen to it. Let's give it a shot. Love the instrumental already.
Okay, now have you ever been with a place? Shit, I'ma show you later.
Oh, that's
Chillin',
fire.
everything catered, extra flavor. Go ahead, sprinkle some truffle on. sonic smooth like a mat. Float like a butterfly on every single track.
I love those vocal inflections.
That's
so good.
Let's get down to business. You and me together. Woo, that's something different. I deserve to
It goes right back into this.
with
It's
somebody
perfect.
as fly as me. Somebody this fly. Let me get the three beats in a biscuit.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a way to start it off. Alright, that transitions in nicely. Alright, that was Fly As Me. I'm going to give that track definitely the Shoot Straight trophy. Thought that track shot straight as possible. It was beautiful. It had this. It was catchy. Had me bouncing in my seat. No, it was perfect. I thought that was a great way to start the album with a song that like we haven't heard yet. In terms of tracks, it was an intro, and then we had heard the single. So this really introduces what this album is going to be like. It's groovy. It's something that you can nod your head to. Just fun to listen to. That's what that track was. That track was just very fun to listen to. All right, we're gonna hop into the next one. It features Thundercat and Bootsy something. It's cutting it off because of Spotify, but we're gonna see. I've heard some good things about this track, so I'm already excited. We're gonna give it a go. It's already smooth.
Who I was last night.
I know that feeling.
Some more. Sweet, sticky, thick, and pretty. You changed the game.
And it's catchy and oh man, I can't get enough of this album. This is already crazy. Wow. I love that. That's my favorite part of the whole track when he does the.
Ooh.
My God, so good. Just nuts. This is so good. What an outro. Wow. That track was fantastic. Wow. That blew me out of the water. And then
Wait a minute.
the next track transitions in pretty nicely. Alright. I'm going to give that track a very strong Shoot Straight trophy. This was like a first place trophy on this one. That was insane. The last track I did like a lot, but that just raised the bar of the whole album. That one makes that one even pale in comparison. As groovy as the third track was, that one just blew me away. It was so good. The atmosphere built on that. It was
impeccable. It just
everything, the instruments, the music, it all just really came together so nicely. So nicely. It was ridiculous. Yeah, some applause. Very nice. Alright. Moving on to the next track. We've heard it. We're going to give it another listen. It's called Smoking Out the Window. It's a shorter track, so we might as well hear it. Hear it again.
Started off so tender, so sweet. But now she got me smoking out the window.
So good.
Put me in the chair with an X-Man in a UFC. Can't believe. Just the other night she was gripping on me tight, screaming Hercules.
I forgot about that bar. That's fire. This one definitely hits harder than I remember. I like it a lot. Especially in context of the album. It really transfers the vibe of the last track over. I will say it's not quite as exciting as the last 3 tracks, but that is such a high bar. It's still a solid 8. Hey guys, we are going to give that track the Shoot Straight trophy for sure. Now, I will say, I will preface the Shoot Straight trophy with that it was definitely my least favorite track so far. But that is only because the bar set on the first 3 tracks was so unbelievably high that it's really hard to hit it. Definitely still a shoot straight trophy. I still really enjoyed the track. Just not quite as exciting as the first, as that 1-2-3 combo of Leave the Door Open, Flies Me, and After Last Night, because that 1-2-3 is insane. Next up, we got Put on a Smile. Interesting. It's just thumb. We'll see if it blows me away. It's a little longer. 4:15.
Tell her how you really feel. Want you out your name. That was my ego, my pattern thing. All night,
Wow.
everybody.
It's already one of my favorites. It's hitting me. Wow. This has like that grenade vibe. That's what I'm getting from this one. I love old Bruno too. This is perfect. This is up there for album of the year. I mean, you gotta finish it first, but I don't know. It keeps the standard. Wow, I'm smiling like a fool. Jesus. And it hits you right here. For sure. Alright. I was Put on a Smile. Let's see how it transitions into the next track. Alright, there really isn't a transition. That track right there.
Most expensive piece of ass I ever had.
I don't mean it as ass. That was amazing. That was fantastic. That was maybe my favorite track so far. It reminded me of old Bruno. It was really just it had the lyrics, it was everything. That was a beautiful track. I am going to give it the Shoot Straight trophy. I don't even know if we're going to pull out the college book this album. I doubt we will. If it keeps up this standard. That was spectacular. That was this album just keeps getting better and better. I mean, you start off with Leave the Door Open and you're blown away already. Then you get Flies Me, it's groovy. After Last Night blows you out of the water. Smoking Out the Window carries that same vibe. Put on a Smile breaks your heart a little bit in the process, but is beautiful. And now we're on to 777. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what these last three tracks have to offer. Yeah, let's just give it a go. I don't want to waste any more time. Let's just jump back in.
Blow the dice for me. Put your pretty ass lips together, blow real nice for me.
Okay.
I'm trying to hit it.
Switched it up.
Slide to the dance step in the mix, but check the recording. Ooh,
Jesus.
up a few big booty hoes with me in the pit. Let's go.
This is a whip track, for sure. We playing this in the whip. I love that. I love that instrumental. That's crazy.
Now we making money. 1, 2, 3. Spin around for me. Moonwalk to the money like a mic jack.
Oh, like a mic jack.
Smooth criminal, Mike Jack. And I still like to toe the 4-5 like Mike back. Pull that tag.
The man in the mirror saying, "Go get your big bucket. Let's go."
I love the hook. This is knocking it out of the park. It's all Shoot Straight trophies, man. Jesus. There. Holy shit. Every time the hook comes in, I go apeshit. It's too hype. Oh my god, that was amazing. We don't even need the gong. Yeah, Shoot Straight trophy. No doubt. Next track is called Skate. I have heard it before, but we're still gonna give it another listen. It's a great track, but we want to see how it works in context with this album. Because we just kind of had a huge just switch in the vibe. I mean, Put on a Smile, we're in our feels. That was crazy. Then we go to 777 and we're getting lit. What are we doing after that? We're going straight to Skate. Let's give it a go. Such a good bar. This track really is just so smooth. This whole album is so smooth. Flowing Glide perfectly describes this track. Definitely keeps the thing going. It's not my favorite track on here, but it's really good. Wow. Let's give this one a rating. I am going to give that track a tentative shoot straight trophy. I did think that in comparison to some of the other tracks on this album, it certainly wasn't quite as exciting. It was no 777, and it was no Put on a Smile. But it had its own thing going for it. It was very smooth, very easy to listen to, very catchy. But if I did have a criticism, it would be that it doesn't really... It's probably the least unique track on the album. It sounds... Every other track up to this point has had a very, very unique sound. This one sounded a little more reminiscent of just the past tracks. But that being said, it was a great track, and we're going to move on to the final track on the album. It's called Blast Off. It's 4 minutes and 44 seconds, a little on the longer side. We're going to give it a shot, see how we like it. Also very smooth. God. That's ridiculous. What a phenomenal way to end the album, really. It's smooth, it's clean, so relaxing, such a good track. Wow, I really am glad that they ended the album this way. It really pulls it together. I'm blown away by this album. That was a phenomenal listen. That was An Evening with Silk Sonic by Silk Sonic. And I'm going to give that final track a strong shoot straight trophy. Really have a perfect album here. Not perfect. Would I call it a 10? No. But it is the first album in $1 collection history to receive a full track list of the top rank. And that is something to applaud, without a doubt. That is definitely something to applaud. I was blown away, really blown away by this listen. It really did feel like an evening with them. Like, that was the vibe. You enter their sound, and they keep you there in that zone for the whole album. And soon as Silk Sonic intro came on, I was immersed in their world. And then you get to Leave the Door Open, which has been a single. Everyone's heard it. And you start to think, all right, so this is what this album's going to give me. And then, boom, Fly As Me starts. And you're grooving. It's a different vibe. What I was really impressed about was that each and every one of these tracks, with the exception of maybe Skate, really gave me their own little picture. Their own picture of what their sound is. 777 was a banger. Put on a Smile, they were in their bag. After Last Night was just a straight vibe. Fly As Me was groovy as hell. Leave the Door Open is an amazing lead single. And Blast Off really just, it ended the album. It was the bookend. I thought that whole album was just really, really nice. I thought the way it flowed was great. You know, you do have some interesting transition points. Put on a Smile into 777 is an interesting transition because you do have two of the polar opposite songs on the album. Maybe the biggest banger and probably the biggest heartbreaker. So that transition is interesting, but I do think it works. If I did have any criticism on the album, I honestly think the two weakest tracks were Smoking Out the Window and Skate, which were both singles. And I think it makes a lot of sense that they were singles because they feel like kind of classically what Silk Sonic should sound like. They should be smooth. They should have these catchy hooks. But I didn't find those two tracks all that exciting. when we got to tracks like 777 that I just didn't expect coming, that were just bangers, that's when this album blew me out of the water. Or when we got that old school Bruno Mars sound on Put On a Smile, that blew me out of the water. And then After Last Night has got to be a top 3 track on this album, because Thundercat works in so well, Bootsy Collins worked in so well. For the only track with features, I thought they used the features brilliantly. So that's how I'm feeling on Smokin' on this album. We're gonna compile these scores together real quick, give it a number, and put it on our album chart, and that'll be it. We have an 8.75 for this album, and I think that's a very fair rating. That's kind of exactly what I was thinking. Do I think it was without flaw? No, but I think that is going to be very fair. So, we're going to head over to our albums of 2021. 8.75 is going to bring us... It is going to land in 6th place on the year. Only behind Fatigue by the time I get to Phoenix, Bo Jackson, Tiny House, and Sometimes I Might Be an Introvert. Only 5 albums this year have been better than what I just listened to, because that was phenomenal. That was outstanding. I was so happy with what I just heard. That was pretty much perfect for what I was looking for. I came in, I just wanted something groovy, something new. What I didn't want them to do was just have the same thing going on every track, and I think they very handily avoided that.
Money for the gabagool. The gabagool.
Gabagool, grandma.
Gabagool. The gabagool.
That gabagool.
Gabagool. A slice of gabagool. The gabagool. Gabagool.
Have a nice lunch. Maybe eat some gabagool. See you later.